So I've mentioned in a few classes, at least more than one, and to various people, that you can use a chair to help out with your kicks. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So I've talked a lot about it. So I'm just going to break it down real quick, and I'm going to use the chair for two different things. One is to help improve my balance, and two is to help improve my chamber. So any chair will do. Obviously, I have the chairs that are here in the studio. You can use the back of just a basic, like any kind of chair that you have in your house. I don't want it much higher than my belt. So this chair comes right about my hip height. That's perfect. Maybe a little bit higher would be better, but you don't want something that's going to come up too high, especially if you're working on balance, if that's an issue for you, if you're working on your chamber, if that's an issue for you. So let's work on our balance first. So if I'm having trouble from taking a fighter stance and then driving a kick and putting it down with control, I'm going to utilize the chair to help with that. Now, I did another video that was slow, fast kicking, so we're going to use the same concept for that because it's going to help us build the stabilizer muscles up. If you had trouble with slow, fast kicking and you want to still do that drill, you can utilize the chair. So I'm not going to death grip this chair. If you notice, you know how I am about holes in the mat and putting things underneath the mat. You know, I haven't put anything underneath this chair because I have no intention of putting any of my body weight on the chair to the point where it's going to puncture anything through the mat. So that's how little pressure that I want you to think about when you're touching the chair. It's just almost like a safety net, if you will, to give you a little bit of confidence booster. So as I'm doing my balance drill, I'm going to do the outside leg. So I'm going to take a hold of the chair just ever so lightly to provide myself an extra point of balance. Transition the weight, bring the knee up, and if I'm doing my basic front kick, I'm going to work it out and then back in and then down. All right, so if I have issues with balance, I'm just going to use the chair as a little bit of a safety net to help me. I'm not going to put my weight on it. I just want to, again, light touch to help my balance. And as you're doing these kicks, I'm doing them relatively fast, you should be trying to do them nice and slow. And then back out. Right, so I'm demonstrating the front kick because it's a basic kick. But you can do any of your kicks this way. So if I'm going to do a side kick, I'll just turn my body sideways and chamber and drive out. So now I can concentrate on the kick and not worry so much about my balance. And this is going to help with your form as well. So sometimes when you're worried about falling on the floor, your foot is in the correct position. So for instance, for things like side kick, I know that I have to have my heel out and my toes down. So I bring it through, and then I can pay attention to my foot position because I have the safety net of the chair to make sure that I'm not going to fall over as I'm making sure my foot is in the correct position. All right? And sometimes just holding your leg out is going to build that extra bit of stability until you get to the point where you can use the motion for it. So that's the one thing that we can use the chair for, is a balance booster, is a confidence booster. And I'm not putting my body weight on the chair. I can't stress that enough. I'm not pressing down. I'm just lightly touching. All right? And I can use the same side and do the same sort of thing. All right? I'm doing my kick motions, making sure that I've got that confidence booster of the chair. All right. So the second thing that I can use the chair for is to make sure that my chamber is proper. All right. So if I'm not doing a proper chamber, I'm obviously going to punch this chair, and it's going to be very painful. So it's a good reminder to make sure that I'm getting my knee up in the chamber position before kicking and bringing it back. All right. And also ensures that I'm doing a return chamber. So my front kick, again, bring my knee up in the high chamber position, kicking out, bringing it back, and then down. Side kick, the same thing. Up, out, back, and down. All right. Now, if you're having trouble doing that, you can just get another chair. to help. So I would put another chair on my other side and use that to help for balance, and then I would use this chair on this side to make sure that my chamber is getting in the correct position. So move the chair to give myself a little more room. So another thing I can do is my hook kick. So I did my side kick, and an advanced drill would do a hook kick. So I bring my chamber up, extend my kick out and around, and then bring it down. And that's going to ensure that I'm clearing what I need to clear when I do my hook kick. So my chamber is up, I extend, making sure I'm not hitting the chair, complete the motion across, bring it back, and down. All right, so that's how I would improve my chambering position. So that's two things you can use the chair for. Like I said, I mentioned it to a couple people in and out of class as they're asking on how to improve their kicks. And you can apply this to any one of your kicks. I did a front kick, a side kick, and a hook kick, but you can do crescent kicks. Obviously, the only one you can't really do is an axe kick. But you can do your wheel kicks and things like that, your turning hook kicks, and keep yourself honest by using some furniture that's sitting around your house. So hope this helps a lot. Tang Soo.